Last time, Kang Jin-hyuk defeated boss Anubis on the underground hidden layer. Suddenly, he received a video call invitation. The video call was from Sword Saint Chun Yu-sung. He said that the Awakeners Association will hold the world's first martial arts tournament after 2 days and that various experts, including himself, will participate. Kang Jin-hyuk, you also have to come and fight me again. Kang Jin-hyuk thought of declining the invitation, but Chun Yu-sung was serious and said that Kang Jin-hyuk couldn't refuse because he has the item Kang Jin-hyuk had been dreaming of, a black market invitation, an extremely rare and precious item. It allows him to participate in a hidden auction held by the system. At the auction, many rare items that can't usually be seen will be sold, but only invited members can enter. In order to obtain this treasure, Kang Jin-hyuk must accept the invitation from the Sword Saint and fight him on the arena. So 3 days later, he arrived at the site of the world's first martial arts tournament. Little Kang yawned, thinking the competition was too boring. There were 24 participants, all AA level players or above, but the fights between them seemed like child's play to Kang Jin-hyuk, a top level player. However, one pair caught his attention. A giant wolf appeared, smashed 2 opponents with a thud, and then followed up with a burst of flames to roast them. It was the pair that had appeared at the start of the game, an old man and a young girl. Kang Jin-hyuk's flame ability was also replicated from the old man. In the audience seating, there was a tall, white-haired man, the guild leader of the Knights Guild, S-level Hong Diapio. His eyes were only on one man, Sword Saint Chun Yu-sung.
Sword Saint, sir, would you consider joining our Knights Guild? No, I'm not interested in your money.
Hong Diapio was upset after being rejected by the Sword Saint the day before. At that moment, a voice came from behind. Hey, big brother, if you let me participate, I could have knocked that Sword Saint down already. Why be so low-key? The speaker was also a 3A level player from the Knights Guild, Young Do-hyeon. As they were talking, the match on the field was also decided. A sword chi cut through the battlefield and all the contestants were overturned. The person was none other than Sword Saint Chun Yu-sung. The champion is born! Excited reporters interviewed Sword Saint Chun Yu-sung, asking if he would use his champion privilege to challenge anyone, and the opponent couldn't refuse. Chun Yu-sung, without saying much, pointed his sword towards a man in the audience seating, Young Do-hyeon, who suddenly stood up. Oh yeah, good eye, kid! He was forcibly pressed back into his seat by Hong Diapio. Idiot, the person he am challenging is not you, but the one behind you. Behind me? Is there anyone worth challenging here besides me and guild leader Diapio? At that moment, a lazy voice came from behind. Oh yeah, really troublesome. Chun Yu-sung, you stalker, you really give people trouble. It was Kang Jin-hyuk. The reporters were shocked. What? The Sword Saint was actually challenging an unknown player? They immediately searched for information and found out that Kang Jin-hyuk's level was F-class. How could this be possible? At that moment, Kang Jin-hyuk had already jumped into the arena. Hey, you've already lost more than 100 times. How can you not have a good memory? Kang Jin-hyuk, no matter how many times I lose, I will challenge you again. As he spoke, the sword emitted a glow and the skill Soul Chaser sword key was activated. Chun Yu-sung's eyes turned cold as a blue flame ignited on his sword. The second form of Soul Chaser sword key, Soul Chaser Flames. But facing such a terrifying attack, Kang Jin-hyuk just pinched his nose. Oh, this is troublesome. The fire element had already come to his hand. Okay, let me try and see how far you've grown in the past month. The next moment, there was a loud explosion and a large hole was blown out of the martial arts hall. The Sword Saint stood there, his clothes in tatters. You, what kind of skills are you hiding? He then collapsed. The audience was shocked. Oh my god, an F-class hunter had easily defeated an S-class Sword Saint? Kang Jin-hyuk calmly squatted down, searched Chun Yu-sung's body, and found the war trophy, the black market invitation letter. Don't worry, I'll keep this thing safe for you. At this moment, a burst of laughter came from the audience. Suddenly, a giant man stepped into the battlefield. This man was 3A level hunter Young Do-hyeon. Kang Jin-hyuk activated his real eye and instantly obtained his attributes, level 21, talent skill giant strength. To copy this skill, you must be close to the person and identify their true intentions. At this point, countless reporters had already rushed in, and the flashlights were flashing wildly. Otto, don't misunderstand, Mr. Khan. I'm not here to fight with you. I just think we're in the same line of work and there may be opportunities for cooperation in the future. I want to get to know you. He then extended his hand and said, let's be friends. But Kang Jin-hyuk smiled and continued to use his real eye. He saw through Young Do-hyeon's true intentions, that behind his cheerful smile, there was actually insecurity and anger. It seems like his fame was stolen by me and he's trying to attract attention by humiliating me in front of all these reporters with this handshake. Okay, I see through you. You have fulfilled the copying conditions and have obtained the skill Giant Strength B-level skill, which can increase grip strength by 10 times. Kang Jin-hyuk smiled. Okay, I've successfully copied another skill. My collection has grown again. Now the real show begins. So, Mr. Young Do-hyun, are you shaking hands with me as a representative of your guild? Ah, that's natural. We also welcome Mr. Jin-hyuk to join the Knights Guild. So, if I join the guild, can I set my own salary? Ah, yes. Kang Jin-hyuk replied calmly, shaking his hand. Young Do-hyun was overjoyed. Oh, I got him. But Kang Jin-hyuk's expression was also fierce. One last question. Do you think your strength is stronger than mine? Young Do-hyun's body swelled as he activated his giant strength. Of course, but the next second, he froze. The silence was deathly. Why was this man not reacting at all? He had already used all his strength. Kang Jin-hyuk said no more. His Anubis judgment had already been activated. The illusion of the goddess of justice appeared behind Young Do-hyun and reduced his attribute value by 50%. Young Do-hyun felt dizzy, and by the time he regained his senses, he was already half kneeling on the ground, being crushed by Kang Jin-hyuk's immense strength. Oh, Mr. Young Do-hyun, you just said you were confident in your own strength, did you not? Kang Jin-hyuk continued to increase the pressure on his grip. Young Do-hyun's eyes were rolling back in pain. Let go, you damn son of a bitch. Okay, I'll let go. Kang Jin-hyuk let go and at the same time delivered a punch straight to Young Do-hyun's stomach. Young Do-hyun vomited and was sent flying several meters away. Young Do-hyun was pinned to the ground and couldn't break free. Kang Jin-hyuk sneered, "What are you pretending for, you little punk?" But at that moment, a streak of red lightning struck from the side. He quickly moved away, and when everyone else reacted, the spot where Kang Jin-hyuk had been standing was now a large, charred hole from the lightning strike. Kang Jin-hyuk knew who it was. The big boss had come. It was the guild leader of the Knights Guild, Hong Diapio. Kang Jin-hyuk's real eye activated, and he saw that Hong Diapio was level 34 and had the talent skill Blood Demon Chi. To copy this skill, you must destroy his self-esteem. Kang Jin-hyuk was very familiar with this. He straightened his clothes and said, "Come on, be rational." Rational? How can I be rational? Do you know how much effort I put into training Young Do-hyun? And now you just ruined him in front of everyone. Hong Diapio was furious and leapt into the air, activating his talent skill Blood Demon Chi. Claws grew from his hands and he descended, shrouded in red blood mist. Kang Jin-hyuk raised his left hand and activated his skill Sunlight. At this moment, the area was filled with light and everyone exclaimed, "Ah, my eyes, my eyes!" Kang Jin-hyuk summoned a +10 short sword and the two clashed fiercely. Kang Jin-hyuk used a skill gap to close the level difference and said, "If you want to fight, let's fight." But Hong Diapio was increasingly shocked. "How is this possible? I'm an S-rank hunter. How is he able to block me?" The Blood Demon Chi skill was extremely special, as it could corrode the opponent's body while attacking. The second-floor guardian boss of the Tower of Trials, the Colossus, was defeated by this skill, but Kang Jin-hyuk remained unfazed. "Oh my god! Stop joking around!" Just as the battle was about to escalate, a green aura enveloped both parties and forced them apart. "Please stop! The skill arbitration has been activated." The person who intervened in the battle had a scar on his face and was holding a green aura in his hand. He was the president of the Hunter Association, Han Sang-jin. His green skill was the arbitration. Kang Jin-hyuk glanced at him and thought, "Oh, so this is the president of the Hunter Association." Hong Diapio, the villain, spoke first. "President, you're just in time. This kid made our guild look bad in front of the reporters." But the president coldly responded, "Hong Diapio, the world's best martial arts competition is not a fashion show. It's normal to get a little injured." "What do you mean?" The president ignored him and walked up to Kang Jin-hyuk. Before this, Han Sang-jin had never heard of Kang Jin-hyuk's name until 20 minutes ago when his secretary called him at the scene.
President, oh my goodness! The world's best martial arts competition suddenly produced an S-class hunter.
The president coughed and said, "We investigated and found out that Mr. Kang, you pressured the person in charge to change your rank to F-class. Do you think I'm here to hold you accountable?" "No." The next second, congratulated Kang Jin-hyuk on becoming the 10th S-class hunter in the world. The flash of cameras went off as little Kang's face was plastered with a proud grin. This was an S rank, and it was crucial to win him over. The journalists went wild. "Oh my god, a new S rank has emerged. Quick, get the cameras over here. Hey, don't push me. Our Martial Arts Association has priority for the interview." Hong Diapio was confused as he looked at the unconscious Young Do-hyun lying on the ground. He thought, what's going on? Wasn't this supposed to be our Night Guild's news conference? How did that kid steal the spotlight? Wait a moment. Mr. Reporter, our Night Guild is going to publicly challenge the third floor boss. This is also big news. Sorry. That other news is too important. If we don't go now, our supervisor will yell at us. We'll contact you next time. Hong Diapio was left standing alone, completely bewildered. Meanwhile, Kang Jin-hyuk was basking in the spotlight, surrounded by reporters. Hong Diapio's face grew dark as he watched the crowd and Kang Jin-hyuk's shining figure. Suddenly, he realized that his pride had been destroyed and his innate ability blood magic had been copied. Kang Jin-hyuk smirked to himself. Okay, another skill obtained.